So can you tell very distinctly the difference between the kanji and the symbols?
Yes.
Yeah.
So for most people, the kanji are a written script that we can read, a newspaper. Yeah? But the origin of the kanji has nothing to do with reading the language. The kanji were made in China for doing rituals originally. And what we do with a Reiki symbol is something like a Reiki ritual. It could be the attunement, initiations, yeah? Or it could be a healing. It's like a ritual because we do something, so the usage of the symbols, and this is some kind of ritual work. And in ancient China, they also did rituals with those characters for divination, for example, also for healing, that you write the symbols on the top of something, or you write it on a bamboo and give it to the fire, that there will be a fulfillment of a wish. And it was possible to use some of those kanji not as meaning, but for rituals, to make aura clearings. For example, there you take the kanji of a dragon. So today it's just a word for dragon, but before, if you have an attunement in this, then you could use this dragon, paint it in the aura of a person or on a ghost house, where ghosts are, and then the dragon will go inside and all ghosts will fly out. Yeah. So this is very normal. So the idea that a kanji is just a word is very new in comparison to the age of the existence of the kanji. So this means those characters we have already 6,000 years. And the lesser time of the 6,000 years, so about 2,500 years, it's for writing. Yeah? And this is the difference. This means if we have kanji in master symbol and Honshazi Shonen, then we can talk about the meaning, but also about the spiritual aspects. It's both in one. Like syncretism, like Eileen said, there's Buddhism in a Shinto shrine and shamanism in a Buddhist temple. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is very interesting because it sounds like you're emphasizing there's an essence within each symbol. And would you say then that the practice of something that we would call ritual, what activates the essence? Is it our intention? Is it the merging, becoming one with? How is it that, this is viewed, say, with the beautiful rituals you got to experience with the monks at the temples? Do they draw them out as part of the ritual, or is it just the presence of the symbols being there?
We have been at a fire ritual in Koyasan, Shingon mountain, very famous. And I was also the translator for him from Japanese to English, and sitting almost side by side. And there we could see that he was using, for example, sticks to give them in fire, and he was writing with his hands the symbol on the symbols he used for this on those sticks. And the symbols he used were Siddham script. And this means in Reiki we have the Seiheki, and the root of this is one Siddham character, also called Bonji. So different names for the same thing. So that's, we can see they are handwriting the symbols in the air.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Maybe this would be now good when you show how to use the symbols in the way the monks do. So we could make a quick Reiki practice, how you can use the Reiki symbols on the partner, how it is done traditionally in Japan.
Okay.
Do you mean?
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Do you mean just with the hand or with the mudra?
Just with the hand, like it is done in the Reiki method, yes.
Yes. But also the monk was using the hand, but they're different.
Yeah, they have different mudras for the hand, but we will keep it very simple now that it's very easy that you can try it at home without knowing too much about mudras and all these things.
Yes, and I show it on you.
Yes.
And can you see us?
Yes, I'm gonna pin you though to make you bigger for everyone.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So it's quite easy. What I said before on those sticks for the fire, we can. So this is almost the same in the Reiki methods. That means I take my hands here, and now I would like to make, for example, an aura cleansing, and then I use a chakra. So I imagine the symbol here, and I use it with my hand, drawing it, and then I still visualize it, holding my hands, and say 3 times chakra, chakra, chakra. And with intonation of the chakra 3 times, it's of course my intention to activate it, but the way how I do it is an old method how it is done in Shingon Buddhism and in Taoist shamanism. So this is the same practice. And now I have the symbol, and the symbol draws energy, in this case from my hands to her, and I feel how it's getting warm. And so here's a lot of energy, and now I can, for example, switch to watching the energy system with my abilities, and so it's part of feeling and also watching and looking how something would fade away, for example, going down, or it's just being transformed by the big light of Reiki. Yeah? And for this is with empowerment possible, and I also could move a bit and feel. And this treatment would be finished when I feel that the aura gets so strong that it presses me away. Yeah, this is something what I can feel sometimes. Yeah, and another thing is, if I would say I would like to go on the mental and emotional energetical system, then I think which symbol could be best for this, and then of course I use a seiheki, and also a chakra. That the energy will go straight to there, chakra, and then I could say energetical system of Eileen, energetical system of Eileen, energetical system of Eileen, and now I'm connected, and now this mental healing power and what it is, Eileen will tell us later, will go into the energetical system and is doing everything what is to be done. Yeah, and I still hold my hands here until I feel now it's good, or until I'm blown out of the room. Yes. And then I don't know. Yeah, then it would be finished. Yeah, and this is same what the monks do. But monks also have ropes, and sometimes they don't want to show, so they are doing some inside the rope. Yeah, but sometimes, like in this fire ritual on Koyasan, it was possible to see what he is doing, and this was similar to this also.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Yes, so it sounds like too, not just the drawing, you mentioned the intention that's tied into, but a big part of it sounds like for you is the observing of, like, the observation and kind of just sensing when everything is complete. And the only reason I bring this up, Mark, is because sometimes practitioners are unsure of what they're supposed to be doing when, say, working with a symbol. Like, they don't know if they should be intending that something specific is happening, but instead it sounds like you just trust that the symbol will do, or the energy will do the work, and you're just simply observing. Is that right?
And both is possible. So first step, I use the symbols, then I will observe to know what's going on, and to know how much Reiki is important, and to know whether I need something else, somewhere else, a symbol or something like this. But then beyond this, it's also possible to use the hands and the visualization and other things, that if something, for example, energy would be stuck, that it's possible to bring energy inside, or to make it flow, or to transform it, or whatever is important. And this observation of the energies is important for us to be able to know what to do in this individual situation. So if I only trust, then I'm just waiting. If I go inside and I look inside, then I know, okay, there he needs help. And then I go further more here, for example. Yeah? So this is our specialty in Shingon Reiki, to work like this. It's trust, and also going with everybody, with the client, and not doing always the same to everybody. It's individualization.
We traveled for 6 weeks through Japan, and we visited a lot of temples from different Buddhist schools. So this was very fantastic, because we had the chance that we could see how the monks did rituals and incense and all this, and we had also rituals who the monks did rituals for us, so you can book this. And when you are there in the temple and in the beautiful Japanese gardens around the temples, then you can see a lot of symbols, and they are on pillars or in the temple, and there are symbols everywhere. And there is a relation to the Reiki symbols, even if you don't see the Reiki symbols, but in the mental healing symbol Seiheki, there is an older version you can see in the temple. It is called Shri, and that's an old Sanskrit symbol. And later Mark will tell his story with the symbol 20 years ago. And so we had this special atmosphere everywhere, and this energy everywhere. And so when we visited all these temples, we could feel that now we are at a place where Reiki was born, and Reiki is a syncretism from different traditions, from Buddhism and shamanism. And in Japan, the shamanism is called Shinto, but there are also a lot of Chinese influences from Taoism. Taoism is also, we say it's a philosophy, but it's very related to shamanism, to nature. And all these things come together in Japan. And in Japan, they made a mix from all of this. You have a temple, and then there's also a Shinto shrine, and some Buddhas are also worshipped as kamis in the shrine. So it's really it's mixed, and it's like a wonderland, very fantastic. And there is where Reiki was born. Reiki is a syncretism which was born from a syncretism culture, you can say. Yes, and you also see this in the Reiki symbols.
So can I ask you a question about this? Because with what you're sharing, it sounds like, you mentioned there were a lot of symbols at the temples and on different pillars. So I think a lot, especially in the West, we associate, the symbols with Reiki, the ones that we learn within the system. But it sounds like you're saying that symbolism is very perhaps big in the culture already, even beyond Reiki symbols. Is it just a common thing that symbols are a big part of all of these practices?
Yes, it's very common. It's because of the script. In Japan, they have imported the Chinese script, and they are all like small icons. So if you have a sign of school name, for example, then you see those characters, and they look like the Honsha Shonen, like the remote contact symbol, for example. And then you have pillars, also with temple names, and those temple names also have a symbolism. And then there are not only pillars, but also pagodas for certain rituals in Buddhism. And there we have kanji and also Sanskrit symbols, which are related to the, for example, to the Reiki-symbols, to the Seiheki, because the root of this is such a siddham. And yes, you can see those almost everywhere. And then there's also one interesting point, because the way how they carve it into the stone, it's not always the same script. Sometimes it's something like an energetical artwork. So we have seen in Inari shrines, so in Shinto shrines, shamanist shrines in Japan, the character for a kami, for a spirit or a shamanic god, it's written that one part of it looks like the chokuray. So there's a spiral inside, and this means energy is coming here. And if you translate chokuray just this word, then it means that the spiritually will come here and now at the moment. And so this means the symbolism is, one part is just the meaning of words, and one part is the energy or sacred, holy and secret symbols. And people who know it, they know, oh, this is the spirit characters about energy that comes inside. And people who don't know it, they think, oh, what a nice calligraphy, for example. Yeah. So if you know something, then you can read and understand the deeper and hidden meaning. So there's always something like a key. If you don't know, you just say, oh, what a nice stone, take a picture and go on. And same, for example, in Kurama Mountains. When we went there, a lot of people went to Kurama Mountains. They climbed up the mountain, looked at everything, and were wondering where was Usui doing his meditation, and then they climbed down again. It took us about 5 days to see everything on the same path, what you can do in a few hours, because there are so many small Shinto shrines, where in each shrine is a spirit, and it's possible to talk with those spirits and to know more about the Kurama mountain or about Reiki, because they know a lot and they can talk about it and the connection to nature. And then there are symbols, not only characters. Something is looking like a flesh made of paper, and this means this place is sacred, and the energy comes here also through this flesh, and there's a connection to the master symbol. So it's everything full of it.
So when you all came back, could you share with us before we go, maybe a few ways that you all use the essence of the symbols just in your own day-to-day lives?
Oh yes, what I love to do is using the mental healing symbol in different situations. So Shingon Reiki is focused on mental healing parts, not only the normal mental healing, but for different parts. For example, you can do it on the chakras and or the solar plexus to relax very deeply, and you could touch the nerve system. And when Reiki and compassion goes into the nerve system, then you can, for example, relax very good. This is one daily thing. Another is that we use the symbols in a room to make great power fields, to sleep better, to work better, depending on the symbol, and or just to clear energies we don't need. So those symbols are everywhere for us.
Yes, I love to do the mental healing in remote contact, because this is when you do it for yourself a bit easier. I work with affirmations for different topics in my life, and also with the mantras of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, because Mark lived with the monks 30 years ago, and so he can use the symbols from the temples, and you can combine this, and so then you have a mental healing with an affirmation, which is a modern phenomenon, and also the old mantras, and there you have the sound and the energy of this, and that's something I like very much.
Yes, it's beautiful. Yeah.
What is also interesting is the inner child is very happy to get in touch with the Reiki symbols, and that helps us to be more vividly like a child.
Yes. Well, I wanted to ask you all as well, but I want to make sure we get this in before it's over. You do have an offer for everyone listening. So if you could share a bit about that and how we can continue this from.
Yes, we prepared a gift for you with a PDF with the Reiki symbols, how we write them, what they are looking, because there's so many variations, and the origins, and also the small use case we show in there and something, and just sign up for our newsletter, and we send you all information. And if you love the work like we work, then we will also introduce you the possibility to come to our Shingon Reiki symbol community, where we do everything about the Reiki symbols and secret techniques and how to make more power, and this viewing what we said and so on, that we work with this. So this is what we have for you.
And is the symbol community that's online?
Yes, this is online. This is on school.
Perfect. So everyone go right underneath the video down to the link and sign up for the newsletter to make sure that you get access to this incredible information. And you can also join Mark and Eileen within their online community and go even deeper, learning about some secret techniques around the symbols. I thank you both so much for taking time to come and share all of this with us today.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much for being here with you.